They're clean back there, boys.
So Dave, I have a question for you, and it comes from the last Patreon hangout. We do this thing as a $50 tier. We hang out with the all right. So a straight guy.
I also just want to interrupt you, Woody. On my Patreon, we tried to copy exactly what you guys did, but it was just too complicated, and we just never did a $50 tier hangout. We tried shamelessly to rip off PKA and walked away with our tail between our legs.
I'm sure we do it without any technical.
I love the $50 patron. Like I'm paying the show full attention right now, but I've got the high stakes poker game open on one of my other monitors. I'm not playing. I'm just like, if something crazy happens, like I'll just glance over and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. They're playing so high stakes now that I can't play.
So this is important. There's a guy, and he's straight, and he says that he just got pegged by a trans guy. No, a trans girl, right? So this is someone who was born a man, but now vibes girl, but has a penis. And he got pegged by her, and he maintains that he keeps his straight card. Now there's a gay guy in the same call who says, no, you don't. And then that led to the discussion. We talked for like an hour about like what is gay sex?
Okay.
Is it the penis that makes it gay? And I think most of us agreed it was kind of the vibe, right?
I'm so with you.
Bailey J versus help me with
Buck Angel.
Yeah. I'm so with you. Woody, if I flew to your house and you helped me put a foreign object up my asshole, that would be a gay sex act.
But it's not.
But what if Woody was in a dress?
There's levels.
Then I'm down.
That would change it. That would literally change it, Taylor. Like not look. It's not like you're either in like position. It's not binary, right? It's not position 1 or position 2. Mm-hmm. Because I would argue that if I were attracted to Danny, it's gay, but it's much gayer if I'm attracted to Taylor.
That's fair.
It's right.
Okay.
Like Danny's all hairless over there.
Very nice skin.
Danny's just made the decision to vibe guy. He could choose the other way.
He has decided to look like a man. It was not thrust upon him.
Danny's like, I can beat all of you up.
And he could beat the shit out of us and rape us, and that would be gay.
Mm-hmm. I think
I'm all elbows and teeth in that scenario. He wouldn't like it.
It's really interesting. It's definitely less gay than if it were the trans individual's real penis. I think right now, just transgenderism is just coming into acceptability. It's sort of like where gay was 10 years ago.
By the way, I'm like 1,000% sure Woody told that story wrong. There's no way that it was a person who had a real penis but opted instead to use a fake one.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it. I didn't mean to tell it wrong.
No. Of course you didn't mean to tell it wrong. But like it's a if
it was a girl with a dildo, there would be no question it was a straight act.
Mm-hmm.
It was the fact that it was a trans girl, someone who used.
I think you're conflating two different scenarios because we were talking about so many different scenarios, and there was one scenario where someone was just getting pegged. And then there was another scenario where someone was just getting fucked by a trans girl, and like I think maybe we're comparing those two. Like there was a lot of stories.
Getting fucked by a trans girl is
a trans girl has well, that's a real penis. Then if it's a trans girl, a trans man is a woman who has transitioned.
I have all this right. So the guy had sex with the trans girl, but said that it was straight because she now vibes girl, and Switch was like, no, not straight.
Yeah,
but she
Switch being the gay guy.
She used a dildo instead of her penis.
There were other stories that involved that, but this was if I understand it right. This trans girl used
blend
her
the
penis.
stories, you asshole.
Yeah. You said
I didn't.
It's because
guys, we're just fact checking here.
No one's suggesting you're a liar, Woody. Like we're just trying to get the stories.
Yeah, you did.
Right. I'm just trying.
It was Kyle. It was a great philosophical issue
where a guy's driving on the freeway, hears on the radio, "Be careful! There's a crazy guy going backwards." Looks up, says, "Everyone on this freeway is going backwards." What's he talking about?
The way
Here I am,
the way Woody said it made it so much funnier in my head because I pictured a guy who thinks he's straight on his hands and knees turning around, and then she's about to put her penis in his ass, and he goes, "Whoa, what am I, gay? Use the dildo."
Yeah.
No. If I understand the story right, a guy straight on his hands and knees, getting as she puts her penis in his butt, afterwards comes on the Discord and says, that doesn't make me gay.
Yeah, you said pegged though, and I think
did I use that word?
Yeah, I always think of pegged as meaning a dildo. Yeah.
That's where I made it confusing. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Let me give you my take, Woody. First of all, what you brought up with the dildo, that was a very interesting philosophical question. I'm glad you let us play with that, even though it wasn't a real thing that happened. But
talk about it for 3 hours.
As far as the trans girl, I think trans, it's like that's the new minority that's still trying to break through into the mainstream. I said it earlier, but there were gay people were 10 or 15 years ago. And I think if you give it another 10, 15 years, it will be considered straight to get fucked up the ass by a former man, now woman. I mean, if you think back far enough, like in the 1800s, your family and friends probably would never talk to you again if you had sex with a Chinese girl. Like that's where the level of bigotry was back then. 10 or 15 years, you're going to be straight as a goddamn desert highway if you plowed mish by a trans girl. That's what I think.
Wow, we went mish. That makes it even gayer, the face-to-face part.
Yeah. So I was on Amazon. I was on Amazon.
This is so many questions in my head. Where's the line? I guess Kyle's right. It is a spectrum because
it's absolutely a spectrum.
It's much straighter to be attracted to Finster all done up than to want to fuck Buck Angel and his pussy.
I agree. And if you were to go back even like 3.5 years, I didn't even get the whole gender versus sex thing, the girl with the penis thing. Like I flat out didn't understand the concept.
You get it now as if it's crystal clear?
Yeah, I straight up do. I just get it. I get someone who has chosen to live life as a woman, even if they have a penis, and they say, I'm a girl now. And I'm like, all right, so this is just like, this is what you're vibing. This is your vibe. This is your mood that makes you feminine. And dick or no dick, that's sort of just your own business. It's what you outwardly project, whether you want to be boy or girl. And I know there's people listening that think that's insane, but I get what they're going for. Yeah. And I have no issues with it. Also, and Danny was like, hey, you'll be straight as a highway if you do this. Cool. Mm-hmm. I also think that you'll always be allowed to pick what you want. Like, it's going to be okay to say, I like girls, but not the ones with penises. And they'll be like, well, you do what you want.
I don't know about that one.
No, eventually that will be what do you mean eventually?
Yesterday, that was transphobic. Yesterday was transphobic. Last year, that was transphobic. It's been a thing for a while. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So, Kyle, if you don't have trans on your, on your Tinder profile, that makes you a little transphobic?
Makes you a bigot.
First of all, I don't like whenever you are not into something, suddenly you have a phobia of it.
Yeah.
Like, I have a phobia of being burned alive. Okay. I don't hate fire though. I don't hate fire. I don't see somebody light a cigarette and go and like start hate criming them. I hate that whole thing. Like
Kyle. I'm sorry. I called out to you in the middle of your thing. Continue. My bad.
No, I refuse now.
Excellent. Yeah, there was a clip going viral that my girlfriend and I full body winced at. It was a girl on TikTok, an obese girl who's filling the entire vertical frame of her TikTok video, aggressively telling the audience that, you know what? Having a preference for being fat or skinny, it's not a preference. It's bigotry. That's like saying, I won't date black people. So you know what? Don't be fat phobic, people. It's basically racist. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's what she was going for.
It's not. Yeah, it is nothing like saying you won't date black people.
No, well, I mean it's a lot. No, it's.
I'm going on a diet. I'm going to be white by September. Like what? No.
Well, first of all, in my opinion, it's just like saying that you don't want to date black people, which is a-okay. Like, I don't know how many chicks who I've seen profiles on Tinder where they're like, no white men. Yeah. And you know what? I don't go, oh. Yeah. I go, cool. Swipe. I know which way to swipe now. I'm not going to waste your time with my lily white ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking for a brown guy or a black guy, like that's what you're fucking into. Yeah. I've got a friend who will only date Asian women. He does not want a white woman in his life. He's a white guy. He's not into black women. He's not into white women. Only Asian women. He's not racist against white women. His mom's Asian, which is a little bit.
Oh.
Ari, your mom's Asian, right? He'll see this. He'll get back to me. But yeah, I don't really have any color preference at all. Like I've dated like black women, brown women, fucking Asian chicks, like every race I think that I can imagine. And like I don't know that I've got a preference per se. Like I don't know.
Preference? Because can I interrupt?
Yeah.
I can see beauty in everyone, especially mixes. I think somehow mixes always land as like extra beautiful.
Yeah, there's this.
But if I had
Reddit
to pick like what the perfect one would be like, white chicks with dark hair are the hottest to me. That's that.
See, and that's your preference.
Yeah,
I strong disagree.
Me too.
Definitely, probably white chicks with red hair.
I like red hair also. I'm
oh my god, let me find this new red.
To me, if the pubes aren't dark, you're playing on recruitment.
If they have pubes,
they're not going to have pubes. Just some beautiful red hair.
I like a little pube too.
No pubes for me.
Well, I was going to make a joke, but in reality, no pubes vibes child to me. And I get maybe other people don't get that vibe.
Oh no, I get the vibe and I prefer it.
Makes you feel like you're back in grade school. Yeah.
It makes me feel like she's back in grade school. Which is what
That's what you want.
My theory is that white girls should never be somebody's first choice, because if as a white everybody has a built-in market of their own race. Like Indian guys have access to the top Indian girls. Asian guys have a group of hot Asian girls that'll only date Asian men. We white guys have that too. There's back and forth dating between white people. The problem is that every race of man on the planet wants to lock down a white bride as a status symbol. So there's immense competition for white chicks, and they get big heads about it. And out here in LA, especially, I'm hot. People want to fuck me out here in LA because I'm white. And I think one of the best plays a young man could make, this is for the single audience members among you, is you start looking for black girls and Asian girls, because they're over in the corner with 800 Instagram followers as opposed to 15,000. And NFL players aren't going to be trying to fuck your chick every time she goes out. And the guy who works at Goldman Sachs isn't going to slip her his business card. She's going to be under the radar, and you have a much higher percentage chance of having a fidelity-filled relationship,
and a higher percentage chance of a happy
Pretty
trail on the belly.
smart.
Get yourself an Indian woman.
Get yourself an Indian if you want that hairy belly. Yeah.